Mr. Ian Forbes. Mr. Gale should have been here on the program. And so we're going to move next to Mr. Christopher Samuda, President of the Jamaica Olympic Association, to bring greetings.
Thank you very much, Function Chair. Dr. the Honorable Glenn Mills, Dr. the Honorable Mike Fennell, Mrs. Cynthia Cook, team members of Racers Grand Prix, athletic aficionados, ladies and gentlemen, members of the media. It is certainly my pleasure to bring greetings on behalf of the Jamaica Olympic Association at the launch of the Racers Grand Prix. And why does the Jamaica Olympic Association support the Racers Grand Prix? It is simply this. It is a crucible in which young talent and aspirants of the Olympic movement ply their trade and look forward to the big stage. Why do we support Racers Grand Prix? It is an opportunity for our athletic greats to demonstrate their prowess on the track and to emulate those in history who have paved the way for them. Why does the Jamaica Olympic Association support Racers Grand Prix? It is part and parcel of building nation building in sport, which is what the Jamaica Olympic Association underscores on each occasion. For this meet is a critical sporting asset, a critical sporting stock in the Jamaican landscape. And this is why we support it time and time again. It is demonstrative of the sporting asset of our country. And this is an important event for those who are aspiring to the Olympic stage. The Olympic spirit is one which builds character. And in this meet, we expect our Olympians, we expect aspirants for the Olympic movement to demonstrate character. And this is an occasion where we will demonstrate to the world not only our athletic prowess, but also our ability to organize international events. And Jamaica must go beyond our athletic prowess. We must demonstrate the efficiency and the organizational capacity that we have in order to organize international meets. And therefore, I must commend Dr. the Honorable Glenn Mills for demonstrating this attribute of Jamaica. So well done, Dr. the Honorable Glenn Mills. Well done, Team Racers Grand Prix. The Jamaica Olympic Association continues to support, and we did so when we staged Olympic Destiny, that enabled our athletes, after the harrowing experience of COVID, to regain their prowess. And if my memory serves me correctly, it was that first meet where our Olympian and great and icon, Shelley Ann Fraser-Pryce, went below 10.7. So we offer to the Jamaican landscape in sport destiny. And I'm encouraging all the athletes who are here and who are, in fact, Olympic aspirants, that your mind must have the appointment with destiny and ensure that your character keeps it. My pleasure. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Samuda, for that solid message, sir. Now, for an event of this magnitude, sponsors are integral to its success, and Racers Grand Prix has secured some top-level companies who I'm sure have some grander plans for their involvement. Let's now hear from one of our valued partners, representing Restaurants of Jamaica, the home of KFC. Let's welcome Mr. Andre Roper, Brand Manager.
Morning, everyone. Master of Ceremonies, Honorable Minister, Coach, Devon, friends, members of the media, fellow sponsors, pleasant good morning. It's a pleasure for us to be back here, Restaurants of Jamaica, in particular, KFC brand, in 2025, having been with the Racers Grand Prix since inception in 2016, seeing the blossoming and the maturation of this event as a truly world-class track and field spectacle. It's a blessing for us to see the maturation of Jamaica, as you heard just a short while ago, a venue and a destination for world-class track and field events and a melting pot of sports tourism. For us, it's not just a pleasure to be on board with Racers Grand Prix, showcasing some of the best that the world has to offer in track and field, but as I say every year when I'm on this podium, being able to partner with the Racers Grand Prix for the summer youth camp, where we get to unearth the next tier and the next crop of athletes who will hopefully and expectantly go on to the next stage to represent their clubs and hopefully their country on the biggest possible stage. And so for us at KFC, we continue to invest not just in sports development, but in youth development at the high school level and beyond, because we see the impact that we will continue to reap for our nation. And so we look forward to a fantastic show. We look forward to a great spectacle. We see the success of events like Grand Slam Track, which we just had a few weeks ago, which we were honored to be a part of as a sponsor as well. And with Racers Grand Prix and other events hopefully coming to Jamaica's shores, we hope that we will continue to showcase and highlight Jamaica as a destination for events of this magnitude. So to our fellow sponsors, thank you for coming back and joining us on board to continue to aid in the maturation of the Racers Grand Prix. And to our supporters in the media, we thank you for your continued coverage. We look forward to a fantastic spectacle. We look forward to hopefully more meet records and stadium records. And we look forward to another fantastic year ahead of track and field. Thank you very much. And also, look out for ticket giveaways on the KFC Jamaica social media pages. We want the stadium to be full. We want an outstanding show of support. So we'll be trying to get our fans engaged. We'll, of course, be fueling the volunteers and the staff who will be helping to put Racers Grand Prix into motion and make the competition a reality. But we encourage everybody to come out, be a part of the spectacle, support our athletes in what is a world championship year, and really help to position Jamaica, the land of speed, as also the land where we can put on first-class, top-notch track and field events. Thank you. Hope to see you at the stadium, and looking forward to a fantastic 2025 of track and field in Jamaica.
Thank you very much, Mr. Roper. Now, our next sponsor brings energy, literally. Representing Chazzy Ramson and the 77 brand, please welcome Senior Brand Manager, Ms. Bobette Bolton.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. All protocols observed. I'm so excited to be here. I can feel the energy, but then I'm bringing the energy as well. Right? So I hope everybody will be able to get a boost from me today and going forward for the Racers Grand Prix. We are excited to once again be a partner of this event. Chazzy Ramson, as a company, we know it's a local company. It's a locally owned, born, bred company, and that gives us the corporate social responsibility to support the upliftment and growth of Jamaica. And what better way than to support the development of sports in Jamaica through the support of the Racers Grand Prix, which has shown us a lot of what we can do and what we can showcase as a country. We are putting ourselves into this event to give back not only to our community, our sporting community, as well as to the Jamaican public, but also to bring some energy behind it to ensure that everybody enjoys the day and everybody enjoys the activity and everybody enjoys, of course, 77 energy drink. Right? That being said, you can look out for us. We'll be doing some pop-ups where you can get tickets, where you can enjoy 77, where you can get a little bit of a taste of the Racers Grand Prix. We'll also be doing ticket giveaways, as mentioned before, by one of our other sponsors. And we'll really be pushing to support this event, really be pushing to pull out the crowd, the supporters, because, of course, Jamaica and sports is synonymous. Jamaica and track and field is synonymous. And Racers Grand Prix is a display of the best that we have in Jamaica. And we would want as much persons as possible to come out and really reinforce this and support this. And we're going to be there with 7 energy drink to give you the energy, the vitality, the vim, the vigor, everything that you need to continue to support Jamaica, Jamaican athletes, and everything that we want to do to continue to uplift the sport. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Bolton. And now from the world of media, we welcome a stalwart of Jamaican journalism, Mr. Milton Walker. He is the Deputy General Manager, Broadcast and Cable News and Sports at Television Jamaica.
Morning, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, welcome. It's my pleasure to bring greetings on behalf of the RJR Gleaner Group as we proudly stand once again alongside the Racers Track Club for the launch of the Racers Grand Prix. This event has established itself as one of the premier meets on the global track and field calendar, bringing together not just the best of the Racers Track Club, but the very best of Jamaica and the world. We at the RJR Gleaner Communications Group are honored to be part of this movement that celebrates excellence, nurtures young talent, and showcases the brilliance of Jamaican athletics. There's no doubt Jamaica's track and field is experiencing a golden era, from the seasoned world champions to rising high school stars, whom we just saw on display at the Carifta Games in Trinidad and Tobago last weekend. We are a nation bursting with talent. And what better place to celebrate them than right here at home with the Racers Grand Prix. This year marks a long and exciting season for track and field. It began with Gibson Relays in February, followed by the World Indoor Championships in Nanjing and our beloved Boys and Girls Championships. We now look ahead to the Racers Grand Prix, the remaining 3 Grand Slam track meets, the National Trials, and the Grand Finale, World Championships in Tokyo in September. As always, TVJ Sports Network, Hits 92 FM and One Spot Media will be with you at every step of the way. We've built a reputation for world-class coverage for world-class athletes, and we are proud to continue that tradition on Saturday, June 7th, when we'll bring the Racers Grand Prix into the homes of Jamaica and the diaspora. We believe in the power of sport, not just to entertain, but to inspire. The Racers Grand Prix does just that. The Racers Track Club, through its meet, is helping to guide the development of and fuel the growth of Jamaican athletics, ensuring that the next Jamaica generation has a stage on which to shine. So, to the organizers, athletes, fans, and partners, congratulations. Let's continue to lift the standard and fly the flag high. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Walker. Next, we welcome Ms. Angelique Virtue, Corporate Communications Officer at the Airports Authority of Jamaica, another partner helping us to soar.
Thank you, Mr. Darlington. Ladies and gentlemen, Minister, the Racers team, coaches, athletes, officials, fans, good morning. The Airports Authority of Jamaica, for the past 5 decades, 50 years, is very proud, has been proud, continues to be proud of our commitment to Jamaica's development, primarily, of course, through the development of our airports across Jamaica. But we understand that we cannot be by ourselves, and so partnerships like this are what will bring Jamaica forward, and that's what we're concerned about. For the 7 years that this event has been staged, we're very proud that we have been partners in one way or the other, and we're very proud that we are able to do so this year. You see, we know that when we present what is best of Jamaica, the airlift shows it. It shows in the numbers of visitors, and we're very concerned about that. And so partnering with this event achieves part of our core objectives. But outside of our core objective as the Airports Authority, we know that as the home of world-class racers, world-class athletes, when we're able to export what we create and invite persons from outside of our shores to partner in that export, it augurs well for the development of sports, and it augurs well for the development of Jamaica, all told. And so we are happy to be here. We're looking forward to seeing all of our fellow sponsors, all of our athletes on June 7. And we want to thank Racers for inviting us to be part of this prestigious event, once again. Thank you for having us, and all the best on the day.
Thank you, Ms. Virtue. And from the team that helps showcase Jamaica to the world, please help me welcome Mr. Donovan White, Director of Tourism at the Jamaica Tourist Board.
Thank you, Spencer. Good morning, everybody. Morning, Minister Grange. Dr. The Honorable, Mr. Mills, how are you, sir? Good to see you. Fellow distinguished guests, friends, members of the media, I greet you well. It really is a pleasure for me to say a few words this morning, not just as the Director of Tourism, but as I believe, a true aficionado of sports, and in particular track and field, the one that I, some years ago, many pounds ago, participated in. Right, Mr. Mills? But it really is a pleasure, because 8 years ago when I started this job, I told my team that if we're to grow exponentially in tourism, it's not going to be because of sun, sand, and sea. Because we have sun, sand, and sea. We have lots of it. And everybody who travels know we have sun, sand, and sea. But I felt we needed to understand the true horsepower within our destination, and the things we have, the things we do well, the things we package well, the things we are so great at inherently, to show off those differences and those differentiators to the world in a way that would make them interested to come to Jamaica to experience it. Because after all, travelers around the world today don't travel for sun, sand, and sea. They travel for experiences. They travel because they want to do something that makes them come alive, makes them experience something that they can't have elsewhere. And Lord knows we have so many things we can show off in this country that would make people travel many, many, many hundreds of thousands of miles to get here to experience it. I do believe that track and field, and indeed what racers have curated over the 7 years that it has been around, has truly become something special. And I say that because I see how many events are on our track and field calendars. And every time a new event comes along, one of the events they ask is, what date is Racers? And they know, because Racers is an established event on the Jamaican calendar that you don't compete with, certainly as an event. And so I lift my hat to the organizers for not only continuing to persevere and plow away at making this event a special and professionally produced event, but also for the perseverance and fortitude I'm sure it must have demanded of them to ensure that the event gets to the stature and the level of recognition that it has today. So I want to use that as an opportunity to tell him congratulations, as well as to say how happy we are on our third year running supporting the event. Kingston is a hot commodity in tourism today. I just asked my friends from the Pegasus, they'll tell you. I see him smiling, Maurice smiling away there. But we've done this not by chance. We've done this very deliberately, and we continue to do so. And we believe that events like Racers will help us to continue to promote sports and promote events and promote Kingston. So with that, I thank you and have a great day.
Thank you very much, Mr. White. And thanks again to all our sponsors who have come on board to ensure that this is one of the greatest stagings ever in 2025. Now, our next speaker is someone who embraces the word success. His name is synonymous with Jamaican athletics, and he is the driving force behind the Racers Grand Prix. Please help me welcome Dr. the Honorable Glenn Mills, OJ, OD. He will give us an overview of this year's meet.
Thank you very much, Mr. Chairman. Honorable Minister Grange, Mr. Christopher Samuda, President of the JOA, Mr. Honorable Mike Fennell, Mr. Alan Beckford, Manager, Sports Foundation, sponsors, members of the media, members of the Racers Grand Prix Organizing Committee, members of the Racers Track Club, ladies and gentlemen, blessed morning to you all. All right. Wow. Did we? It is indeed a pleasure once again to be here to announce the staging of another Racers Grand Prix. The meet has its challenges in putting on. Of course, the biggest one is financial. So I'm really happy to hear the sponsors expressing the support and the pleasure of being associated with us. Putting on these track meets to get the international athletes involved, it's very difficult and it takes a lot of money, and the competition of meets across the world is getting more and more fierce every year. But there's something special about Racers Grand Prix, because right now the interest is so high that I have enough interest that I could put on 3 meets with different athletes. So we definitely are happy and proud of what we are doing. I would like to specially recognize the sponsors before I go further. Special thanks to Minister Grange and her team at the ministry and the Sports Development Foundation. They have been with us from the inception of the meet, and the support that we have been getting as a lifeline to staging the meet every year. As such, we are ensuring our appreciation. We are extending sponsorship to 10 of the most outstanding athletes at the In Sports National Primary School Championship to attend the Racers summer camp this year, where they will be exposed to the high quality of developing their skills and to give their coaches the kind of technical information to take back with them that will assist them in their development. I would like to also acknowledge Adidas, who is the sponsor of the club and a great supporter of the Grand Prix. Also, I would like to acknowledge TVJ, Kentucky Fried Chicken, Airport Authority, Main Event, Jamaica Pegasus. Those companies have been with us from day one, and we can count on them every year that they are giving the support that we know that we can have a foundation to go ahead with our planning. Recently, we have been joined by Jamaica Tourist Board, 7, Gatorade, Stewart's Auto, and our newest sponsor, General Accident. Also acknowledge the support from Omega Radio and Nationwide Network. It is important that we stage the Racers Grand Prix because this meets as an unusual mix. Our major objective is to give our local athletes, especially those who are transitioning from the high school, who have not gone abroad to develop their skills but have done it here in Jamaica. And they need the exposure to what international competition is like. So we try every year to have a blend of international stars and our developing athletes to compete together. And if you've been following the meet, you will see that quite a number of our young athletes have excelled well in the Racers Grand Prix as their platform and have gone on to be very successful. One such athlete is the current 400-meter world champion, who had his breakthrough in the 400 when he first ran below 45 seconds at the Racers Grand Prix. And throughout the years, we have had some of the icons of track and field competing at the Racers Grand Prix. So we are very, very cognizant of the importance of what we provide for our local athletes. And of course, the stars have also joined us and competed at a high level. Last year's meet, we were very worried about whether the meet would take place because it was raining heavily throughout the day. And one of my committee members kept showing me the forecast, and he had it down to the exact time when the rain is going to stop. But every half an hour he'd bring me up to date. As I got worried when the last half an hour exceeded the time he projected. But the good Lord was good to us, and the rain ceased at a very crucial time. And those of you who had the experience, we had a wonderful meet. I've seen clips of the spectators after the 100 meters men. They were going wild. And so this year, we are still getting and still in negotiations with a number of athletes. But so far, we have had significant confirmation of athletes who are down to participate. This year, the list of athletes who are down to participate is headed by Kishane Thompson, the Olympic silver medalist. Zarnel Hughes of Great Britain, who is the world's bronze medalist at the World Championship. Antonia Watson, who is the defending champion at the 400 meters. Chris Bailey from the US, who is the world indoor champion. Trey Cunningham, who is a silver medalist in the 110-meter hurdlers, and he was the winner last year at the game. We also have Wayne Pinnock, who is the silver medalist in the World Indoor and Outdoor Championship in the long jump. Other Jamaicans down to participate: Oblique Seville, Brian Level, young Gary Carr, who is making his debut at the professional ranks, and he was aiming to break the 10-second barrier at the championship, but got hurt, but is recovered and back in training, and I'm sure that the coach entering him in this meet has his eyes on the world junior record. So he's a great sprinter coming up, and looking forward to his performance. We have Christopher Taylor, who is making his return to track and field, and Christopher told me that this time he's coming back in the 200 meters, and he's doing very well in training, and he's excited about what he's going to do. I know he has the speed, so we'll be looking forward to his return to competition. We have Zadrian Barnes, who has already gone under 45 seconds here in Jamaica. Rasheen McDonald, who is the national record holder. Orlando Barrett, who was an Olympic finalist in the 110 hurdles. From the US, we have Courtney Lindsay, a 9.8 900-meter runner. Cordell Tish, who has run already 12.95 in the 100-meter hurdles. Jarian Lawson, a 8.58-meter long jumper. Jeremiah Davis, who has also jumped over 8 meters, and certainly they'll provide severe competition for Pinnock. On the ladies' side, we have Toby Munson, who is from Nigeria and is the current world record holder in the 100-meter hurdles. Masai Russell from the US, who is the current Olympic champion in that event. Sada Williams from Barbados, who is a double world bronze medalist at the World Championship in the 400 meters. Other Jamaicans scheduled to take part: the Clayton twins, Tia and Tina, Sasha Lee Forbes, Alana Reed, Crystal Slowly, Cherokee Young, Amari Brown, who is a 100-meter hurdler. From the US, we have Alicia Hobbs, who is a 10.81 100-meter sprinter. Kaya Briscoe, another sub-11, 10.96. Jesus Spear, who has recorded a personal best of 10.77. Kendall Ellis, a 49.46 400-meter runner. Quantera Hills from the US, also 49.72. And Tina Jones, who is a 12.38 100-meter hurdler. I think she won here in Jamaica at the Grand Slam meeting. Also, Favor Ofili from Nigeria, whose best time at 200 meters is 21.96. So we are up to this morning. I got three email with a list of some good athletes that I have to discuss with their managers to finalize. So in another week or two, we should be able to publish another list of competitors who will be taking part in the Racers Grand Prix meet. The meet begins at 7, and it's at 2.5 hours of excitement with 11 events. As you know, we love the sprint, so we have the 100, 200, 400 meters for men and women. We have the sprint hurdles, 100 for women and 110 for men. And then we have both 400-meter hurdles for men and women, the triple jump and the long jump, the triple jump for women and the long jump for men. So you know that Racers Grand Prix is run on time and very professional. We have Bruce James from World Athletics providing us with proper starting and timing device, and so we expect to have another great experience at this year's meet. I want to say a special thanks in closing to the thousands of spectators who continue to come to the meet every year and to give their support. And without your support, we would not be able to be successful. So thank you all, ladies and gentlemen.
Thank you very much, Dr. Glenn Mills, a legendary figure in local, regional, and global athletics. Up next, giving us a look at what fans can expect this year, and of course, how to go about getting your tickets and to cheer on your favorite athletes. Let's welcome the CEO of the Racers Grand Prix, Mr. Devon Blake.
Thank you very much, Spencer. Honorable Minister Oliver Grange, Mr. Christopher Samuda, and Sir Fennell, Mr. Donovan White, Mr. Beckford, our valued sponsors, the illustrious Racers Grand Prix organizing committee members, members of the media, ladies, gentlemen, and our athletes from the club and from elsewhere, good morning to you all. First and foremost, I must give thanks to Jesus for giving us this opportunity to once again spearhead the 7th edition of the Racers Grand Prix. We will deliver the premier athletic competition this side of the hemisphere. Mr. McGregor, you can say amen. Thanks to the Ministry of Culture, Gender, Entertainment and Sport, SDF, and Adidas, our main sponsors, we cannot not mention them because they, as Coach Mills said, they give us the foundation from which we can launch into whatever else we are able to build the meet into. Something interesting happened this year. For the past 3 years, we have dreamt of creating a trackside VIP area for the past 3 years. A space where fans can feel the energy, see the action up close, and enjoy a first-class atmosphere. We have not been able to fully realize that dream due to funding challenges. But I was heartened to see it realized at another meet, because this proves that our vision is valid. And it reminds us, and it should remind our partners and sponsors, that Jamaican creativity and ambition are world class. And all we need is the sponsorship support to bring those ideas to life right here at home using local talent. The product that the chairman has built with the committee is second to none. It's the best of its kind. The energy is rivaled only by champs. And I will attest to that. I will stand up to anybody. The energy at the Racers Grand Prix is rivaled only, not even champs, the final day at champs. Not every day, only the final day at champs. It's truly a unique Jamaican track and field experience. Vibrant, passionate, and unforgettable. We believe we can grow this meet internationally and have plane loads, Mr. White, coming in for this meet. But we need support. We need the support from your sponsors. So when you leave this place today, I want you to think again. What else can we do for Racers Grand Prix 2025? Last year, our sponsors gave away TVs, pressure bags, and we expect no less from our sponsors. Well, they never disappoint. And so the fans can expect the same kind of excitement and engagement from our sponsors. We have partnered with a new local company, Qletics. I don't know if anybody knows. It's a fan engagement app. They are strictly focused on track and field. So this will give our fans within the stadium a first-hand feel. So you're able to play a fantasy game while you're watching the meet. So you select your winners, and at the end of the meet, it will be tabulated by points. Those who, you can go on our website and download Qletics on May 1st. You can download the Qletics app on May 1st from our website. For the families this year, because Racers Grand Prix is a family event, we're doing a bounce about area. Our sponsor will be taking care of a bounce about area. So you can come out with your children early. The gates open from 3:30 p.m. Come out with your children, enjoy the atmosphere, and our sponsor will be able to engage with you from that moment onwards. Racers Grand Prix offers good, clean, family fun. You won't have to go to church on Sunday and repent. And it is extremely safe. We have the safest event. Now let's talk tickets. The bleachers ticket will be completely free. All you will have to do, go to racersgrandprix.com, enter your email address, your phone number, and your age. 3 things. 4. So step 1, racersgrandprix.com, enter your email address, your phone number, and your age, and you get a free bleachers ticket. Your ticket will be sent directly to your inbox or to your phone. After May 31st, the bleachers is $1,000. We don't mind people buying it at that time, because we need to generate funds. But the free tickets are available until May 31st. Grandstand prices remain the same as last year. The finish line, it's $5,000. Regular grandstand, it's $3,000. Those are tickets. We encourage everyone, when you post about the Racers Grand Prix, use our hashtags. Hashtags RGP 2025, hashtag Racers Grand Prix 2025. It helps us. We're able to track the engagement and how the far-reaching effect of the event. So follow us on Instagram at Racers Grand Prix Official, and on X, formerly Twitter, at Racers Grand Prix. And we'll be giving away free grandstand tickets on our pages, so look out for those. We'll be hitting the streets doing promotions in May. Look out for us as well. Let's continue to build something extraordinary together. Thank you for your support. And I'll see you at the track. Ticket sales, as I said before, if you have missed it, on May 1st. Ticket sales begin on May 1st online. All right? Have a good day. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Blake. Now, several athletic companies have been huge supporters of Jamaican athletes and athletic events, and one such company is Adidas. And this morning we pay special tribute to Adidas. So please help me welcome back to the platform once again Mrs. Cynthia Cook for this presentation.
Greetings again to everyone. I was asked to talk about the relationship between racers and Adidas. Usually when we talk about relationship, the first type of relationship we think about is boy-girl relationship. Well, racers and Adidas reminds me of a boy-girl relationship, which starts at a high school where you are friends and later you meet as adults. In 1965, I got my first pair of Adidas spikes. It was an Adidas 99, white with green stripes. The one I didn't get, which was reserved for the boys, was Adidas Tokyo, blue velvet. Coach Mills was a part of that boys' team. His friendship with Adidas, don't laugh, he was a part. You don't have to be running to be a part of the team. His friendship with Adidas started at Camperdown. Over the years, as a coach at Camperdown, Adidas was the preferred brand for the track team. Later, as a coach of adults, Coach Mills became racers. Like a reunion, old friends met. Who was attracted to who first? I don't know. But the chat began. QB spoke about Adidas, a brand that sponsors athletes with cash and kind. And Mills spoke about his athletes that are performing on the world stage. Olympics at that time with people like Raymond Stewart. And later, World Championships. I heard that the first relay team at the first World Championship were all Mills athletes. I don't know how true that is, but that's what I heard. And then came people like Kim Collins. That would provide opportune moments for Adidas to be captured in photographs and videos on the screens and pages of media all over the world. They liked each other and started the dance. Like good relationships, it was kept alive with Adidas providing the best they had in sponsorship and racers producing world-class athletes. Usain Bolt, Johan Blake. I could go on, but we don't have the time right now. Athletes were decked from head to toe in Adidas at top-class meets. So from the start, you could see their spikes, and at the end, their jerseys with the logos would appear. Racers and Adidas became a family. What do families do? They introduce their offsprings to each other. Racers, athletes became a household name in the Adidas family. Racers could talk family business with Spencer Nell and his team. So it was not a surprise when Racers Grand Prix was born in 2016 that Adidas became a godparent. They have been a major sponsor every year since its inception. A long and lasting love. Thank you, Adidas. Racers will always love you. And we hope you feel our gratitude. Thanks, thanks, thanks.
Thank you very much, Mrs. Cook, for such a fitting tribute to a true supporter of the sport. And now delivering our keynote address, please join me in welcoming one of the busiest ladies in the land of wood and water. We're talking about the Minister of Culture, Gender, Entertainment and the Sport, the Honorable Olivia Grange, OJ, CD, MP.
Thank you. Thank you so much. First, I must do the acknowledgements. I see my permanent secretary standing at the back there. Denzel Thorpe, I want you all to please welcome him. He has to be your friend, right? I can make all the promises I want, but if he doesn't sign off, we're all in trouble. And I don't know why he chooses to stand. But there are seats up here, PS. Okay. All right, thank you. And I must acknowledge Mr. Christopher Samuda, President of the Jamaica Olympic Association. We seem to be keeping company very often these days. And of course, former President of the JOA, the Honorable Mike Fennell. I see you here, Mr. Fennell. Good morning. And he's my chairman for IPL. Of course, the man of the moment is Dr. Honorable Glenn Mills. Thank you so much for inviting me. And can I tell everybody we have a special bond? Yes. Okay, there's something special going on with us here. Of course, the Director of Tourism, I'm always happy to see him in the room because when I fall short, you can always call on him. And even before I find anything, you can call on him. And I'm happy to see he's here giving support to racers. I also want to acknowledge Alan Beckford, Sports Development Foundation. And you know, he walks with the bag, with the money, right? So I want to especially acknowledge him. Sponsors, It Takes Cash to Care. Thank you for coming on board. The Racers Grand Prix team, members of the media, athletes, of course, without you, we have no show. And special greetings to Miss Cynthia. I have to big you up especially, right? And all the other ladies and gentlemen here, just too many names to call, be longer than my speech. And before I get into my remarks, I want to express condolences to Usain, to his mom Jennifer, and the rest of the family on the passing of Wellesley, Usain's dad and Jennifer's husband. And I would like if all of you could just stand and we observe a moment's silence. I will ask MC to keep time. Thank you. Thank you so much. Our prayers with the family. So, ladies and gentlemen, I hope everyone enjoyed a peaceful Easter. My Easter was peaceful but very active because I am currently welcoming to Jamaica over 25 countries. We officially start this evening the Sports Summit of the Americas Assemblies, the General Assemblies of the Sports Council of the Americas. It's referred to as CARDI. And it's made up of organizations involved in sport in the region, in the Americas. And I happen to be the vice chair, and US is the chair, and I also happen to sit on WADA in the chair of the US because they can't sit on two positions. They can't hold two positions. So I was asked to sit on the World Anti-Doping Agency Foundation in their stead. So we have this conference starting this evening in Montego Bay. And we have at least 10 ministers of government, sports ministers, who will be here as well. So you can well imagine Montego Bay, Kingston, Montego Bay, Kingston, you know what is happening. But annually, government leaders responsible for sports policy of the countries of the Americas hemisphere, along with the Ibero-American countries, gather to discuss ideas, share good practices, and generate consensus positions on the challenges and issues of interest in the region, both internally and in relation to the approaches that arise on the global agenda. You can well imagine there are some tensions in the world now, so this conference will be quite a nail-biting experience, and Jamaica happens to be the country that's hosting it this year. And so I just thought I'd mention that that's happening. The conference is private, so it's not open to the media, but I'm hoping that at the end of it all, we can have a press conference so Jamaica will know what has been happening right here in our country, this little rock. So, moving on, I am delighted to have been invited by the Racers Track Club organization to this media launch today for the Racers Grand Prix for 2025. I always look forward to being invited. I always look forward to coming here and to join, of course, you at the welcome reception on Friday. So as my ministry continues to demonstrate its commitment to the development of track and field in Jamaica, we are pleased to continue the partnership with Racers Track Club. And now, ladies and gentlemen, that partnership has an added dimension, as you heard earlier. I'm so happy and grateful for the kindness of the Honorable Glenn Mills and the Racers Track Club, that the top 10 athletes, boys and girls, from the Institute of Sports Primary Schools Athletic Championships will be awarded full scholarships to participate in the Racers Track Club Summer Camp from July 7 to the 22nd. And the scholarships will cover the cost of meals and boarding at the camp. And we are really thankful for that gesture. We want to thank you, Cynthia. I don't know if how many of you recall that Glenn was the national coordinator for the sports program years ago, and he laid the foundation. And we still consult with him. We still call him ever so often, Don Heron, call him ever so often to get guidance and advice. And so we're happy that we have established this kind of partnership. The InSports Primary Athletics Championships are all about providing a track and field platform with a view of identifying talents at the earliest possible stage and channeling them through a structured program for national and international representation. And we have done that quite well. There are many names now that you celebrate that came out of that program. And that is pretty much where it starts in track and field in Jamaica. It's a nursery. And I think you should put your hands and applaud the work that Institute of Sports has been doing over the years. I also want to announce that again, and I'll cut to the chase, the ministry is contributing $10 million through the Sports Development Foundation towards the staging of the Racers Grand Prix. And when I say 10 million, that's where we're starting. Right? We will see what else can be done, right, Glenn? Yes. As usual, right? But we're really happy to put our money where our mouth is and to be one of the sponsors that give support to this wonderful track meet. We continue to endorse the meet for the huge role it plays not only in the further development of track and field in Jamaica, but in getting world attention for Brand Jamaica and Destination Jamaica. The organizers always manage to get the best athletes competing against each other in front of one of the best audiences for sport and in the best country to participate in, to watch and talk about sport. And I know that every athlete across the world wants to at some point touch Jamaican soil. And so I'm looking forward to the array of athletes that you will have coming to Jamaica for Grand Prix. You know, sports is entertainment. So you think of athletes, you think of artists because you're performers. And entertainment and sports, which I call physical culture, it's the fastest growing sector in the world. And I really want to applaud the athletes who are here this morning and to say we look forward to seeing you at the Racers Grand Prix. So I want to just mention here that maybe the last 2 or 3 months I was a little nervous. And if you think I was nervous, Glenn was more nervous than I was. Because when I announced that we were going to be resurfacing the track and have it done before Boys and Girls Champs, everybody thought I was crazy. And Glenn called me and he had, in his calm way, he spoke with me and he made some other suggestions and so on. But I know all along he was nervous. Can it be done in time for Boys and Girls Champs? But we did it. We did it. I went to bed and I prayed every night before I went to sleep. I prayed in the morning when I got up. And I said to the Lord up there, just don't make it rain, please. And I'm so proud now that we have a new track in the national colors. I must mention to you that the first synthetic track that was ever laid anywhere in the world was in Mexico, and it was a green track. Well, it just so happened that this track is in the Jamaican colors of the black, green, and gold. And I'm proud of it, and I'm sure you're all proud of it. Glenn whispered in my ears and said, boy, I'm really happy it happened, but I was nervous. And from the reports I get, I'm told that the track is fast. And the process of certification takes time, over a period of maybe 6 months or so. But we are confident that we will get the appropriate certification, that we can continue to break records, to make records, and to be at the center of Brand Jamaica. So the excitement remains intense after the track. In quick succession, it's been the ISA Boys and Girls Athletics Championships, the inaugural staging of the Grand Slam, and the Carifta Games, with Jamaica topping the medal table for the 47th time, getting 30 gold medals, 27 silver, and 21 bronze for a total of 78 medals. And it's also Jamaica's 39th straight win. And that applause too, Fenke Fenke. You really need to applaud our athletes and really, big them up. And so, heartiest congratulations to Team Jamaica, to the athletes, especially our record breakers, to our coaches and our support staff, to the J3s, and to everybody who has contributed to the development of these athletes. I'm so proud of them. They arrive at about 1:30 this afternoon. I'm going to rush to the airport to greet them. And now, back to Racers Grand Prix. All of this fuels our shared passion for sporting excellence. As we continue this exciting journey together, and this journey, for me, is very exciting. We look forward to a brand new stadium and a sports museum. We break ground in August. All these goodies, and it hasn't been easy. And there is a nail-biting experience coming up. My good friend Mac, I hope I will continue to be at the mic in your presence. Because all these goodies that we have worked so hard to produce, I want to be around to make sure that I'm at the mic. So, I want to, at this point, to commend again Dr. the Honorable Glenn Mills and his team, and to all who have dedicated their efforts to the development and sustainability of this meet. I extend my best wishes for another unforgettable event for fans, for sponsors, and for stakeholders. I'll not forget, Usain and NJ came over to me and said, when you're going to do something about the track, it's still bad. I will never forget those words. And I continue to remember those words. So when the opportunity came for me to do something about it, I did so. And I'm happy that today we can celebrate. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. All the best for Racers Grand Prix, and I look forward to being there and sharing a wonderful experience with you. Thank you so much. And Milton, I didn't acknowledge you, did I? All right. Thank you. Bless you.
Thank you very much, Minister Grange, and we're looking forward to seeing you at the meet at the National Stadium, for sure. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we bring our official launch to a close at this juncture. Thank you all for being here today and for your continued support. We'll be having the presentation of the sponsorship check just a minute at this point. The sponsorship from the Ministry of Sports through the Sports Development Foundation. Here we go. All right, so ladies and gentlemen, once again, let me thank you all for being here today for this official launch and also for your continued support of the Racers Grand Prix, which will be held on Saturday, June 7 at the National Stadium. Let's keep the momentum going as we sprint towards another world-class event for sure. Remember to visit the Grand Prix, that's the Racers Grand Prix website, and get your tickets. And for all your meet updates, be sure to follow us on Instagram at Racers Grand Prix Official and also on X at Racers Grand Prix. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Grand Prix Organizing Committee, the Honorable Glenn Mills. He's also the head coach, founder of Racers Track Club. Coach, you spoke about the financial challenges and the difficulty in putting on a meet of this magnitude. Just expound a little more on that. How challenging has it been this year, this task for you